All right, Algebra 2. So we were talking about end behavior, which we have this lovely table. And if you didn't get it all because I was going so fast in class, maybe hit pause, get that copied. I also passed out a book to you, which we didn't get to. And so I have my book in here, and I'm actually going to start at the back and work forward. Okay, so the very last page looks like this. If we look at the top, we have our equations. We have our little graphies, and then we have this fill in the blank thing. So what I noticed about the degree of each of these polynomials, so this is 1, 3, 5, is that an odd degree polynomial with a what sort of leading coefficient? So I looked at their leading coefficients, and they were all positive. So with a positive leading coefficient, starts down and ends up. So when I write that fancy, so we always start with negative x and positive x. Negative x is the left, so at the left side of my graph I'm going down, so negative infinity, and then I end up, so positive infinity. Now you shouldn't even really have to think about the x's. You should always just write negative infinity, then positive infinity. The y's are the only ones you have to think about. Okay, so down here if I notice the degree, they're all still odd. Okay, so 1, 3, 5, so an odd degree with a negative leading coefficient, because they're all negative now, starts up and ends down. So again, the x's are still the same, negative then positive, because we want to start at the left and end right. So when I'm starting at the left, I'm up, and then I'm down. Okay, if we work our way backwards, we have this top part, they're all even degrees. So again, if I'm ignoring all that stuff in the middle, they all kind of look like parabolas in general. Okay, so an even degree with a positive leading coefficient starts up and ends up. So again, negative infinity, positive infinity for x. Y's are both going up, so both positive infinity. Okay, down here I notice that they're still even, but now they're negative, and these ones start down and end down. So we have left and right, negative infinity for x, positive infinity for x, and both of these are going down, so negative infinity on both. The reason I wanted to do all those first is because now I want to look at this guy in standard form. So I would rewrite it as negative 3m to the third plus 3m squared minus m plus 1. And we could name it and do all of that, but I really want to think about the end behavior. So I draw my cloud. The degree is odd, so more like a line. It is negative, so that's the type, which I guess is also the leading coefficient. So it's more like a line, a negative sloping line, which goes like this. Okay, so as I write my x, I know it's always going to be negative infinity, positive infinity. I only have to think about y. So y starts up, so positive infinity, and goes down, so negative infinity. On this last one, I think I would have to square that, and I'm doing the last one because I'm going to leave the middle one for you, I think. I would first FOIL this, so I'd do x plus 1 times x plus 1. So x squared plus 2x plus 1. Then I would distribute the x squared through. So I'd have x to the fourth plus 2x to the third plus x squared. So if I look at the degree, it's even. The leading coefficient is positive. And so if I think about my cloud, even is more like a parabola. Positive is a pointing up parabola, so my arrows go like this. I'm always going to do x to negative infinity, x to positive infinity. I only have to think about y. So y is going up, so positive, and ending up, so positive. Hopefully that helps.